K.C. Venugopal ji, K. Sudhakaran ji, V.D. Satishan ji, Adur Gopalakrishnan ji, and the award winner T. Padmanand ji, leaders and dignitaries on the dais, brothers and sisters, friends from the media, I'd like to welcome all of you here. Politicians are quite funny variety of people. So I just pointed out something that's very interesting that I always struggle with. This huge loudspeaker is always facing us instead of facing the crowd, because we like to hear ourselves speak. Every time I go there, I have to turn the speakers the other way. And I think in today's India, it is very important that the speaker is allowed to be turned the other way. Because if you look at our leadership in Delhi, all the loudspeakers and cameras are pointed in this direction. There's of course a big difference between Padmanand ji and us. It is much easier for him to speak the truth than it is for the politicians. That is something that he has done his whole life without exception. That is why we are giving him this award today, because whatever comes into his mind, whatever comes into his heart, he is ready to put on a piece of paper. As politicians, we should aspire to be like writers, that whatever comes in our mind, whatever truth comes in our mind, we put it in front of the people. It's a much harder job because people tend not to like the truth. But nations are built on truth. They can never be built on a lie. And I think that is one lesson that our founding fathers taught better than anybody else. Truth takes time, it takes perseverance, it takes patience, but eventually truth is much more powerful than lies. So in my political life, I try to be as much like a writer as I possibly can. That whatever I feel like saying, I say, and this tends to cause problems also. But I believe that I owe it to the people of India, who have given me so much love and respect. I owe it to them to speak the truth to them, even when it's sometimes not that comfortable. There, Padmanand ji has much more freedom than I do. So I sort of envy him also. Because in delivering the message, in thinking about how to deliver the message, in visualizing how to deliver the message, there is no comparison between the great writer and myself. I was supposed to be given a book of Padmanand ji's for this function. And because I was first in Telangana, Rajasthan, in different states, I didn't end up getting the book until this morning. To really do justice to such a great writer, I would have to first read what he has said. And unfortunately, I didn't have the opportunity to do that before coming here. I am very much looking forward to reading some of his short stories so I can experience the beauty of his writing. And we also must remember that in times like today, where freedom is under attack, where hatred and violence is being spread in the society, it is people like Padmanand ji who give us a foundation from which to fight. It's not one individual that is speaking when Padmanand ji writes. It seems to be that it is one person, but it's actually not one person. The words that he writes are actually the voice of Kerala, the voice of the history of Kerala, the tradition of Kerala, the language of Kerala. And it is something that I'm very interested in understanding. I was not born here. I do not speak the language, but it is something that I'm very curious about. And every day in my work in Kerala, I see some new facet of the people of Kerala. Always something that inspires me, some new way of looking at things, how you treat each other, the affection you people are able to show to each other. These are all things that are very, very useful and interesting for me. The people of Kerala.